Hello everybody, I'm back again for the second time today. I just posted a video refreshing and adding on some of the backstories of my BJD family. As I was watching it over, I realized I left out a pretty big gap about the personality of my boy Lee. I mean, he's my alter ego. I guess I was thinking that others who have watched my videos should know this by now, but I did not, I did not think, oh, well, there's probably people who have not really watched my videos before and who don't know about Lee that much. So, here we go. This video is going to be about Lee's backstories and his abilities and things. Now, like I just said in the video before, Lee Griffin Steele, he is an only child. He was raised by his mother because his father left them when he was a child. And he has not heard from his father since. Lee grew up basically by himself, isolated from other children. He was different, not only in the fact that in his sexuality, he always felt like he was different, even before, he was old enough to know what his sexuality was. It still kind of affected him. Most of his friends were girls. That was just him. He liked to play with dolls. He liked the girly things. He didn't like the guy things, even though, he still had guy tendencies. But, sports and things like that really did not appeal to him at all. But there was also something else. He had a hard time. He isolated himself from other people because he had a hard time dealing with his emotions. Lee started off as an empath. He had a hard time separating his emotions from others, especially in big crowds. Everybody's emotions coming at him at once gave him headaches, hurt him. He had a hard time with it, but he eventually learned to separate their emotions from his and deal with it. Then he was able to channel his energy and other energy from around him into a form of healing. That is still a gift and a power that is developing, but it is one thing. And so forth on. Right now he is an empath, a healer, and he is starting to realize that he is not completely human. That there is something about him that is different, whether he is a witch or a Wiccan or a wizard, or whether he's something like that, but he does not want to be labeled as such. But he can also he's only been able to do this one time when he was threatened, when his life was threatened, but he was able to burst into a swarm of butterflies and then reconfigure himself into one person. He's only been able to do that once, but he's been trying to be able to control that and see if he can do it again. But he has come to the terms that he is more powerful than he thinks. But due to his empath and his abilities, he is very picky about the people he hangs out with. He will come off at first as snobbish, push off is office of the standoffish. Yeah, a bit standoffish. cold-shouldered, very antisocial. But once you get to know him and once he trusts you, which is not an easy thing to do because he has this wall built up around him, especially now that the love of his life has gone. Now that Nikolai is gone, he has this wall built up again. And if you want to get to him, you have to scale that wall. But if you prove yourself worthy of his friendship, he will be a loyal friend, a good friend, and he could be fun, happy-go-lucky, and perky as well. But you have to earn that side. Earn to see that. You can't just, walk up to him and say, hey, and then all of a sudden, we're best friends. No, it don't work like that. Meeting him for the first time is going to be probably like, hey, you're probably going to come. Since he's usually standoffish, people are nervous to approach him. So basically, if someone was to approach him, it'd be like, hello. And he'd probably just look at them like, without even saying anything, he'd probably give you that, what the fuck do you want look. And if you're brave enough to stick around and not just scurry off after being given that look, then you're on your way to climbing that wall. Whether you make it over that wall to him, that is a different story. But yeah, so that is Lee's ability. He does not really flaunt his abilities. He does not like to tell people. You have to find that out for yourself. He does not use his gifts unless it's life or death or important or something that's extremely important. And his friends tend to have similar abilities. That's just, it seems that he attracts them. He attracts the weird people like him. Ha ha ha. But yeah. And since he is my alter ego, I will be buying BJDs to fit my friends. Like my sister and my little brother, which are really not biologically my sister and my little brother. They are just people I've known since before kindergarten. Which I've mentioned in a video before as Cynthia and my little brother Nicholas. My sister Cynthia and my little brother Nicholas. I plan on getting dolls that represent them, and my friend Tina and my friend Tori. Those are kind of basically the only people I have dolls that I plan on getting dolls for. I know it's going to be a long, long, long time until I'm able to acquire those dolls. Or find dolls that, represent them and get their characters straight. But those I plan on being his character. Now, his personality. When you get, like I've done said, when you first meet him, he comes off as snobbish, very confident, very standoffish, and basically kind of one of the people you do not want to fuck with. He's quiet. He is the silent but deadly, and I'm not talking about gas. I'm talking about you don't fuck with the quiet kids kind of silent. Very scary and intimidating. Especially, if you came across someone who looked like him, wouldn't you be a little intimidated? Like, bye. But yeah. And, he is pretty strong. He is. He can take care of himself. But once you get to know him, he's very fun, lighthearted at times. And he's very confident. He can kind of be one of it. If he is usually very humble, but he can be one of those guys at times that knows, those assholes that knows they look good and they know they can have what they want. He can be those. He can be that at times. Or he can be, if you fuck with his family or his friends, like his sister or his little brother, he can be the I'm going to stomp a hole in your ass person. And that tends to be where his powers usually show up, whether when he's either scared, infuriated, or extremely happy. That's when his powers usually feel like kicking in. But his gifts and abilities are growing. You never know what's going to happen next with him or what kind of drama is going to be thrown his way. But usually he will find some way to overcome it. And he also seems to be the person that people come to for advice. He tends to feel like most of the time he feels like he's playing Dr. Phil and that he should be charging people. But he doesn't, because he knows they're broke as hell, because he's broke as hell too. But yeah. That is, I mean, I could go on about Lee. I can. And my alter ego. Lee is a very loyal friend. But he is a big supporter of tough love. He is. You have to be able to help yourself if you want him to help you. You can't come to him for every little thing. Isn't that right, Lee? Yes, I am one of those people that tends to talk to his dolls. When you're cooped up in your room all day, especially like today, because it's raining, my tires are bad, and so it's basically me, my TV, and my computer. But yeah. Also, like I've said, I plan on getting tattoos, piercings, and scars done on him. I want a scar that runs down his cheek. I want a scar that is placed over his heart in an X. I'm going to create a story for that scar, but right now it's just aesthetically pleasing. And I know I said I wanted a tattoo that of a heart that runs from here and goes all the way down his sleeve, or this one, either way. But I'm now thinking that is going to be a bitch too, and I don't know how to do tattoos, so I would have to pay somebody, and they would probably charge me out the ass to do it. So I am now thinking I'm going to compromise, and I'm going to do a heart tattoo on his arm. Wears his heart on his sleeve, and it's going to have the vines go down, and it's going to be just this right here. Just this part of his arm right here. And that's going to be my compromise for his tattoo. I might actually have my little brother see if he can design it and send it off to the person. But other than that, and he's going to have a cartilage piercing up here. We're not doing no septum piercings, lip piercings, eyebrow piercings. We're not doing 5 piercings in one ear. No. It's going to be just one cartilage piercing. Simple as that. I just think all the other kind of piercings is just a little tacky for his character. He's not trying to pull that. He's not trying to have that much attention drawn to him, just, yeah. But yeah, that's going to be the video for Lee, and that tells more about his background, and now you know more about his character for people who have not watched my older videos. thank you for watching my videos and putting up with me having to make second videos because I forget to put stuff in. But, yeah. So that's Lee. That's my alter ego. Thanks for watching. I'm running out of time. Have a good day. Bye.